You may think that coming to Serbia and setting up a business that you're only able to set up two types of business structures. That could be entrepreneurship or that could be an LLC. But did I tell you before, or should I mention that there are a number of other business structures that you can set up here? And today we're going to go through all those different business structures that may be applicable to you, especially if you're looking to set up here in Serbia as a corporation. Now, I've talked on many of the past videos here that many of our clients that come here are looking to set up a business and get their feet off the ground. And the most common one is going to be a entrepreneur business, where if you're just starting off, you're looking to get temporary residency and you're under that 65,000 euros per year in income, that is a proper way to set it up without having a bookkeeper and everything like that. But on the other hand, we are seeing a lot more corporate clients coming into our pipeline, and they're well above the 65,000 euros. They're into the hundreds of thousands of euros yearly, and so they're looking to set up some sort of corporation as well as have some reduced liability in that sense as well. And so automatically you're looking at a corporation type of structure. Now, of course, you will have the other one that I've mentioned is an LLC. And I'm going to touch on that one real quick before we get into the joint stock company, as well as the branch office that you can set up here, or the other one that we have that is a representative office. And as I go through all of this, I want you to just keep in the back of your head, what exactly are you looking to set up here when you do come and open up a business here in Serbia, regardless if it's a Serbian founded business or if it's a foreign business looking to set up in Serbia and looking to do some market research or statistics. So when you're looking to set up an LLC, or what we call it here in Serbia is a DOO, that is typically the default workhorse that we see here, especially when clients are looking to reduce liability when it comes to their personal assets. Now, when it comes, who does this fit and when does it fit is if you're looking to, for local sales, you're looking to hire, you're looking to own assets here in Serbia. One of the things that you can do with an LLC is own assets. You're looking to get a factory build out. You're looking to get a holding company for regional operations. And you want a ring-fenced liability. So like I just mentioned, you want to make sure that the liability is separate from your personal assets. And so that also means that you're going to need to have a director in there. You're going to need to have an owner. You're going to automatically need a bookkeeper when it comes to government laws here in Serbia. And one thing I'd like to mention is, by no means is this law advice or legal advice, should I say, or financial advice as well. When it comes to your personal options or what you're looking for as a individual when it comes to setting up a business, it's best to book in a consultation with myself or one of our team members to set up this type of structure for your own personal needs, because everyone needs a certain type of variation when it comes to these structures. Now, the type of capital that you're going to need in governance when it comes to setting up an LLC is going to be a minimum of 100 dinars or €1, which is perfectly fine and easy to invest in when you're doing so. Now, the way you can set up a governance when it comes to this is either a one-tier governance or a two-tier governance, which the first tier is going to be a shareholders assembly plus the director or directors, or you also have a option to have a supervisory board as well. So you can pick one out of the two depending on what your needs are. When it comes to taxes and reporting, I've mentioned this before, the corporate income tax rate on an LLC is 15%. And this is going to be for a resident company here in Serbia. If it's a foreign company, you're going to be pretty much setting up a branch office, which I will be getting into a minute here. But if it's a Serbian-based company, and it's going to be 15% corporate interest rate on the worldwide income of that Serbian company here. And so what you'll also have as a withholding tax, especially if you're a non-resident, is going to be 20%. That's going to be on dividends, interest, royalties, and this may also dependent on where you're tax resident and if there's a tax treaty when it comes to the company that you're working with or the country that you're coming from. So that's something that we're going to have to discuss with a international tax advisor, which we have on our team here as well. One of the things that you're also going to have to make sure you deal with is your financial statements are filed locally. If you have an audit, that you are able to provide those documents, especially if you are a medium or large business here in Serbia as well. They want to make sure that you're not here swindling any type of money. And so why corporates pick this structure is that it's cleanest for contracts. You can be into the VAT system. The VAT system here is 20% in Serbia. You have your payroll as well that you can deal with, and then your liability containment, which I mentioned at the beginning. The next business is going to be your joint stock company. This is going to be for other individuals that are looking for large investments, multiple investors. They're looking to raise equity, and they also need to meet corporate governance and optics matters when it comes to this type of business as well. Now, the capital that you're going to need to invest with this type of business is substantially more, which is going to be in around the 25,000 euro area, or what is equivalent to 3 million RSD. And at least 25% of that needs to be paid before the registration, and then the balance will be paid within statutory deadlines, which the lawyers will help you out with that. Now, this may be also run on a one-tier system or a two-tiered system. So you could have a board of directors, which is the one-tiered system, or you can have a two-tiered system where you have the supervisory plus an executive board, depending on what your needs are when it comes to that. Now, taxes and reporting for this, the corporate interest rate is the same at 15% as an LLC. The withholding taxes are generally 20%. Now, this depends on what kind of income you're looking for when it comes to withholding taxes. So dividends are going to be typically 15%. Your interest is going to be 20%, royalties 20%, service fees to non-residents 20%, and then capital gains 20% as well. And now, why do some corporates pick this? It's best for institutional investors or employee stock ownership plans, which is a lot different than what you have in the United States. Where a company can just issue stock options on that sense, where here you have to set up an actual a joint stock company. Now, the next one is going to be your branch office and then your representative office. And this is typically going to be for foreign companies or foreign identities. So the branch office is going to be just like that. You have a parent company in one country and you're looking to open up a branch here in Serbia. Now, what you want to do, or when does this fit your typical model, is if you want to invoice here in Serbia and you want to trade in Serbia. And so that's why you're going to want to open up a branch office here. The legal legal liabilities are that a branch office is not a separate legal entity. it's a foreign company operating in Serbia. So you still have to comply with Serbian laws here as a branch. You'll be taxed here first, and then the remainder of the profits can be sent back to the parent company. So you cannot set it up so that you are not taxed here in Serbia. But again, this is not tax advice or legal advice. This is something that's going to have to be talks amongst yourselves and the tax advisors here at Relocation Serbia. The taxes here are again 15% on corporate income tax, and then profit remnants can be sent to the headquarters and not subject to withholding taxes. Reporting, you're going to have to keep all the books and financial statements in the file here in Serbia, and most companies pick this one because, one, they don't want to start from scratch. They're going to want enter the market quickly, so you can get into marketing, you can get into the sourcing of the market really quick, you can do market research really quick, and you can partner with other companies here really quickly. And so that's what people look at when they want to set up a branch here in Serbia. And, of course, you're not going to have any liability shields when it comes to from the parent company, but it's a great option for many individuals, and many individuals and corporate clients of ours pick this one. Now, the last one is going to be your representative office. And this is a little bit different from all the other ones that I mentioned because, one, you cannot have any commercial activity here in Serbia, nor can you generate revenue here in Serbia through a representative office. The reason you're going to want a representative office is as a liaison for marketing, for sourcing, for market research, and for partner meetings. So you're not going to actually send any voices. You have a product, you have a service, you have an idea for a business from your other company, and you want to see if it works here in Serbia. So you're going to set up a representative office, test the waters, market the business here, see what kind of feedback you get here, meet with other companies, see if they're interested in your product or your service, and then after you have all your information, then you can either open up a brand new LLC here, you can open up a branch office here, and then move forward with creating invoices and generating revenue within Serbia. That's when you're going to want a representative office. Now, how does Relocation Serbia help you with all of this? Well, we help in a number of ways. First is we can help you with the entity structure and deciding which one are you looking at now, how can we move you forward, and what does the future look like, and how do we reduce the amount of money that you're going to be spending when it comes to setting up these corporate structures. We map out your goals, we map out what you're going to be shooting for, and what kind of operation are you looking to do here in Serbia. And so that's what we help you, and we get to choose the right vehicle for your model. Now, the next one is that we help with banking, because the banking here in Serbia relies on know your client. So we help you establish a business plan so that you can have an easier time opening up that bank account here in Serbia, because with a proper business plan, it's a lot easier to move within Serbia, and then make sure that we reduce the risk for getting denied with the banks here. We help you also with tax structuring, making sure that your withholding tax, your corporate income tax are at a minimum, making sure that if there's any R&D tax credits that you are eligible for those and that you obtain those, especially if you're looking to hire 50 plus employees here in Serbia, that you are exempt from some taxes. Maybe you're entitled to a tax holiday where you do not pay taxes for 10 years from the time that you are eligible for, which a lot of companies don't know that is an option here in Serbia. We help you ensure that you stay in compliance with the employment regulations, with HR regulations, with inspections, so on and so forth. We help you with registering at the APR, making sure that you're in the VAT system if you are eligible for that or if you wish to be a part of that. We help people find the proper real estate or operation areas for their business, because not one shoe fits all, right? You may not want to be in Belgrade, you may not want to be in Novi Sad, you may want to be in Subotica where it's closer to the Hungarian border and you are in some sort of transportation business. It all depends on what you're looking at. And then we also help with ongoing compliance, because as someone who is in business myself, I know rules and regulations change all the time, and we want to make sure that you, as our client, are going to be on top of those rules and regulations and not getting penalized because you weren't staying up to par, especially if you are someone from a foreign country. And if this is something that you are interested in, I highly recommend that you reach out to us at relocationserbia.com. Book in that consultation and let's see how we can help you move your corporate ventures forward here in Serbia.